Donkey Kong Country. You know it, you love it, and if you don't, well, you're wrong. In the mid-90s, platformers were all the rage, and then Rareware came along and said, what if we made just a game so good everything else looks like a warm-up act? This is the game. And oh boy, is this the game. Because what do you get when you mix groundbreaking graphics, unforgettable music, and a gameplay so tight that it feels crafted by the gods of gaming themselves? You get Donkey Kong Country. This isn't just a game, it's the blueprint for what every platformer wants to be when it grows up. And oh, did they just stop there? No, Rare said, we're not stopping with one game. You like this game, we'll bring you a second one with fucking pirates. You want a third one? Yeah, don't worry, we flipped the script again. And it's just insane. These games were so ahead of their time. They were their own time zones. They made the Super Nintendo feel like it was running on pure magic. So buckle up, because I'm gonna be telling you how and why Donkey Kong Country was so revolutionary. From the moment you hit start, Donkey Kong Country pulls you in. Those pre-rendered graphics, mind-blowing. The SNES wasn't supposed to do this, but somehow it did it. Every level looked like it came straight out of some future console's dream journal. Jungles that felt alive, snowstorms that made you shiver, underwater stages so beautiful that made you forget you were running out of air. Cause you didn't run out of air. It was unreal. The gameplay? Smooth, fast, and addictive. Donkey Kong's big, powerful moves let you smash through enemies like you owed your money, while Diddy Kong brought that speed and style. Switching between them felt perfect, like peanut butter and bananas. But Rareware didn't stop there, baby. They went for a second game. They thought, the first one is good. Let's make a second one and make it even better. This is Donkey Kong Country 2. Now we get the dream team Diddy and Dixie. Yeah, Donkey Kong got fucking kidnapped. This motherfucker is out of the game. You can't play as him, you can't find him, he is not there. Pretty much. But this is just a whole different game. It gives a whole new gimmick and it gives so much more things. First things first, Diddy is still the fast boy, you know him. But Dixie Kong has her helicopter spin. It's an ultimate lifesaver. Miss jump, helicopter spin. Need to hover over spikes, helicopter spin. Helicopter spin, it's fucking fun. I don't know how we ever survived without it, but now we got the big fucking teamwork, bro. This is the teamwork you want to see. The levels, the game doesn't mess around. They're hard, but they're fair. Okay, mostly fair. Levels like Bramble Scramble and Toxic Tower, absolutely nightmares. Speaking of Bramble Scramble, can we just stop and appreciate the beauty of this level? The music, the atmosphere, the challenge, it's perfection. Honestly, this whole game feels like Rare was showing off, and I'm here for it. I mean, they went like, you like the first one? That's not all we have. We have even better stuff. So they absolutely cooked chef's kiss on this. Soundtrack, it's really good, but it's just not as good as the first. In my opinion, it's still really good though. David Wise absolutely knocked it out of the park again. Sticker Bush Symphony, absolutely phenomenal. Every track is a vibe. It's not just background music, it's part of the experience. This kind of music gives you to listen to. You still get goosebumps when you listen to this music. Seriously, how does a game about monkeys and pirates have a better soundtrack than most movies? You would say it's unfair, but they just cooked. They fucking cooked. And of course, you still got the collectibles. This time you get cram coins, DK coins, bonus barrels, a lot. There's a lot. Not as much as in Donkey Kong 64, but there's a lot. So, we've talked about Donkey Kong Country 1, the groundbreaking classic, and Donkey Kong Country 2, which pushed the series to its legendary status. Now, it's time for Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, the final of the SNES trilogy. It's ambitious, it's quirky, and it's definitely the odd one out. Right away, Donkey Kong Country 3 feels a bit different. Gone are the pirate ships and the dark jungles. Instead, you're exploring open lakes, snowy peaks, and even factories. It's like Rare wanted to break away from the previous games and show off a whole new world. And you know what? It works! Mostly. You know, the environments are gorgeous and creative, but they don't have the same magical vibe as Donkey Kong Country 2. It feels more experimental, like Rare was trying out new ideas. Some land perfectly, while others not that much. Dixie Kong is back, and she's still a rock star. Her helicopter spin is just as fun as the practicals ever, and honestly, she carries the whole game. Then we have Kiddy Kong, her new partner. Now, I don't hate Kiddy. He's tough, he's strong, and his water skipping ability is pretty neat, but he's clunky. He's like, why is he here? We don't need this guy. He is not Diddy. He's not the one. Let's just say chemistry between Dixie and Kiddy doesn't quite match the perfect balance we got with Diddy and Dixie in Donkey Kong Country 2. Still, they get the job done, and there's something charming about watching this unlikely pair work together. Now, one of the biggest changes in Donkey Kong Country 3 is the overworld. It's no longer a simple path from level to level. Instead, you're piloting boats and even hovercrafts to reach new areas and uncover secrets. That's pretty ambitious, and I respect that, but it's not without its flaws. Navigating the map can feel slow and clunky, and honestly, sometimes I just want to get back to the platforming. That said, the secrets hidden around the map are a nice touch, and finding hidden caves feels rewarding. But of course, we cannot stop there because we got something very, very important to discuss. The soundtrack. Let's talk about that music, because Donkey Kong Country series is known for its soundtracks. Donkey Kong Country 3, music composed mostly by Evelyn Fisher. So yeah, there we already kinda go off the grid. It's atmospheric and fitting for the game's tone though. Tracks like Cascade Capers and Waterworld are great, but they're more subdued compared to iconic, unforgettable bangers from Donkey Kong Country 2. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't quite reach the same legendary status as David's Wise work on Donkey Kong Country 2 and Donkey Kong Country 1. That's a tough act to follow, so I mean, props to the Fisher for creating something unique. Of course, the collectibles, just like the other games, Donkey Kong Country 3 is packed with these bonus barrels, DK coins, and the new banana birds. If you're a completionist, this game will keep you busy, but tracking down every last Donkey Kong coin can feel a grind, and the banana birds, they're an interesting addition. And there you have it, the Donkey Kong Country Trilogy. 3 games, 3 wildly different experiences, and 1 unforgettable legacy. Donkey Kong Country 1 gave us the foundation, a groundbreaking platformer that blew everyone away with its graphics and tight gameplay. It was simple, but sometimes simple is all you need. Then came Donkey Kong Country 2, which took that formula and perfected it. The pirate teams, the music, the level design, everything about it just screams a fucking masterpiece. This game is completed. If you haven't played this game, you're not completed, you're not a gamer. And then we have Donkey Kong Country 3. A bold, experimental final, but it's still absolutely amazing. You cannot hate on any of these 3 games. But what makes the Donkey Kong Country Trilogy so special isn't just the graphics or the music or the gameplay. It's the way these games stick with you. They're through, they're tough, they're rewarding, and they're packed with personality. Rare didn't just make platformers, they made experiences. Whether it's cranky roasting you, funky lending you a hand, or these iconic bonus levels, these games have a charm that's hard to find anywhere else. Even today, the influence of these games is massive, from retro studios returning series to love they get in Smash Bros. Donkey Kong Country is a name that still carries weight, and honestly, it's well deserved. Whether you're a long-time fan or just discovering these classics, this trilogy is a must-play. It's gaming history, and it's still some of the best platforming you'll ever find. So what's your favorite Donkey Kong Country game? Let me know. Your team Donkey Kong Country 1, Donkey Kong Country 2, or maybe Donkey Kong Country 3. You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts, because every single game is lovable. But there's one thing we all need to agree on. The music in these games is just unbelievably good.